It is August 20th, and the season is quickly approaching, which is very exciting. So I'm going to try to get some eyes on. Number one goal of the year is to get a decent public land buck. I've got a nice private land buck that is on camera that I'm going to be patient with, and in early October I really want to get after some public land and accomplish something that I haven't so far, and not for lack of trying. I have spent a lot of time on public land, and it's just tough. It is tough in Michigan. It's tough everywhere, but it is. I've gotten my tail kicked, and I had a nice piece of private land for 2 years and been very successful in those 2 years. So it's a different animal, and I know to make it happen, I've got to put in the time, and that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go see if I can find a good spot, which I've got some good spots scouted out, but I want to see if I can put eyes on something to get that confirmation. I've got some trail cameras out, and I'm floating with the idea of actually going to grab one of them, but now it just started raining, so depending on how long the rain holds up, I might just let that camera soak and not move it, but I'm at least gonna try to go get some eyes on something out in the field. So we'll see what happens. Just a quick update from what I saw yesterday, and I don't know if I'll ever even put these videos on YouTube, but I was out doing some glassing and just saw a bunch of does, just a mess of them in several different spots, and pinpointed where I'm going to be having I'm gonna have my daughter and I hunt during the youth hunt for the best opportunity for her to knock down a doe. But I didn't see any bucks, and that's pretty typical on public land in Michigan until after dark. And as I round the corner, I see a deer run across the road, and so then I just kind of veer the truck toward the field so that I can get some headlights on it, and get the headlights on it, and holy crap, probably the biggest buck I've seen on public land ever. So that was exciting. I obviously took note of where it was, made some notes. It is close to, when I was driving past it, it's very close to a spot that I've hunted before. So I was obviously game planning how I could get in there and maybe hunt that without spooking him. But where he crossed the road, I thought it was just a farm that I didn't have access to. And I got home and I was actually writing in my hunting journal where that deer was, and I decided to look it up to see what the farmer's name was and see what that farmer's property looked like. And all of it is public land right behind his house. Yes. So that gives me a lot of excitement that I have access to the area where he was bedding, and I also have access to the area that he was going for his primary food source. So that's really, really exciting. I could definitely be overlooked, and that's why there's nice bucks living in there. So I have to be very careful, and I'm definitely going to come up with the least impactful approach and get in there. I don't know if I'll do any scouting in there because I don't want to boot him out of there now that I know that that is at least part of his routine. Not saying that it's going to be in October and November, but at least he feels safe in that area right now. So I want to get in there probably when the season starts and just do some really low impact hunts and see if I can get a little bit of a pattern on him. But that's my first sign of life as far as big bucks are concerned. I've got 2 cameras out on public land right now, and neither one of them have really produced any good results for mature bucks. So I've got to move them. I've got to move those cameras, but I'm trying to be patient. So we'll see, but I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm definitely going to try to get back to that location and do some more glassing and see if maybe it's a routine that he has. But you know, it all could change in a matter of a week. So, but at least it's something to look forward to, something to target. Exciting times. Can't wait for hunt season. All right, well, tomorrow's opener for bow, and I've got narrowed down to 3 or 4 spots that I want to hunt in the morning. So tonight we'll be just looking at the map and just trying to figure out what my best case scenario is going to be, considering taking a doe, but I have soccer from about 9 till 1 o'clock, and then I'll be getting back out in the woods for the closing time. But I think I'm going to be hunting some private land early tomorrow, and then hunting public state land early tomorrow, and then private to close the evening down. Just do an observation sit, hopefully. So pumped, so excited. But I have been really focusing on some overlooked spots this time of this year, because it just seems like every time I find what I think might be a little honey hole that nobody's on, I get back to it after a lot of ordeal and just hustle and bustle and just mess making and sweat, frustration. I get back there and there's a trail camera and or a tree stand. So I've been diving into some spots where I think deer are cruising through at one point or another, and they're really easy walks, but I really think that they're probably hot spots for both bucks and does. So we'll see. But I've got some cameras out, and I've got some good activity. I've got some good bucks to chase, and it's really exciting. So I hope to make another good video this year and try to get a kill on camera. The goals of the year, I really want to put down a decent buck on public land. I've yet to do that. Maybe a doe on public land, and then then I have a giant to chase if he shows back on camera. So really excited about the season, using cameras a lot more than previous years, and we'll see how it works out. Right now I'm just doing a speed scout to see what food sources are hot, and was just trying to figure out where I was gonna head to this for tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna check a spot real quick and I can take you along with me here. That's way too close. So I'm near a spot where I would usually, oh God, that's fun. This is a spot that I've hunted in years past, but haven't hunted it recently. And this was all standing corn a couple weeks ago. Obviously not anymore. Just gonna take a peek and see if we got any corn on the ground. Doesn't look like it. Nice big track. I don't. Oh, so there's probably still some. Oh yeah, okay. So they're still coming out here at night. So I've hunted back in here before, catching all the deer coming from the swamp. And I've seen decent deer out here. We'll see. All right, well, this is also in play because the wind will be coming this way. So tomorrow morning wouldn't be an option, but maybe tomorrow night. So we got a long night of prep getting the truck ready, getting the gear ready. Most of it is pretty much ready, but just getting it all packed up and everything. It's my favorite night of the year. Just the anticipation. It's like the night. It's like Christmas Eve, and I'll have some hunting videos going on. Get everything packed up, organized. Get the truck organized, and gosh, and it's perfect freaking weather. Tomorrow's a high of 70 with a low of 40. And then Sunday is a high of like 65 with a low of geez, I think it's dipping. I think it's like 38 or 35. Love it. Get out there in the morning. It's brisk, cold even. Deer moving. Get rid of those skeeters. Yes. Let's go. All right. Well, this is probably the first of very many. This is the first of many videos, so we'll see where the season takes us. Good luck to everybody else out there. Annual tradition. Only wah the box. Biggest Buicks.
Hello, my name is Albert Sodi, and have I got a buck story for you. The tale I'm about to tell starts in November of '89 in the Sodi Deer Camp, located just north of Escanaba, Michigan, otherwise known as the heart and soul of the Upper Peninsula. That's north of the Mackinac Bridge, and just south of heaven, for those of you that don't know nothing.
Sitting right off the road in a spot that I scouted last year. Tonight was just to feel it out to see how many hunters are hunting in these spots. So I drove around for a while and then just decided to hang up here because I could get up quick. And I like the sign that I saw last year. Legitimately right off the road. I was gonna push in a little further, but I love the sign. There's just crap all around here, and this is all oaks. So they're definitely staging right here, and right across the road, right across the road, right over there, is an alfalfa field. And right over there is a transition line where there's a swamp and water source. Wouldn't mind putting a doe I sat here. I thought there was a good chance that I could see at least a doe. But the poop that I saw was a buck poop. And there's rubs all on these trees. All through there. Not super fresh. I think there's only a couple of fresh ones, but they're all historical. Glad it's hunting season. My wind is blowing this way toward that field, which is obviously another reason why I sat here. My buddy's out on another part that I used to hunt all the time, but now it gets hammered with pressure. So hopefully one of us gets lucky tonight. We'll see. A lot has happened in the last couple of days. I've put myself in some great spots on public land. Last night being the best. I got into an overlooked spot, and I'm not kidding when I say that there was 12 or more. I couldn't really count because it was after dark. 12 or more deer filtering through that spot, which was exciting. And I had a good shot at a mature doe about 10 yards away. And one of my goals was to definitely put a doe down on public land. But that spot is going to be so good, I think, during the rut. There's going to be bucks cruising through there, checking those beds. So I didn't want to muck it up. I know I'm probably going to regret that because every season I'm kicking myself for the opportunities that I pass up in early season. Every single year. But I just couldn't bring myself to pull back on that doe last night, on those does last night, because I just really did not want to screw up that bedding area. So now I'm gonna go out to a different spot tonight that I haven't hunted. I've only ever scouted it. I think I scouted it one time, probably 2 or 3 years ago, maybe more. But it looks interesting on the map. It's kind of consistent with the other things that I'm seeing. So I kind of want to just dive in there and have a look. And it's early. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. And we just had a 20-degree temperature change. Big cold front came in. So it's going to be a great night. But I want to go because it's Friday night on the second weekend of the season. And there's going to be so many hunters. So I want to hit these spots that nobody else is hunting, so I don't have a chance that someone's gonna walk underneath my stand. So I'm gonna see if there's any recent activity in the parking area, and if there's not, then I'm gonna set up there. If there is, then I'm gonna go back to a spot that I hunted just a handful of nights ago, where I saw 4 does and a small buck. And hope that a bigger buck gets up on its feet a little sooner with that nice cold front coming in. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can keep the hot streak going. I've only got today and Sunday to hunt because tomorrow is my daughter's birthday party and I committed to spending the day with her. So all right. See what happens. All right, in a new setup. This spot that I scouted out preseason and had a really good buck on a field edge right across the road over there. And I'm in a very preliminary spot, so I'm gonna work my way into this piece. Acorns are falling. I'm gonna work into this piece, but I'll just show you guys what I'm sitting in. And my camera is over there on the edge by the road. And I've had some bucks piece it together. We'll see what happens. We're walking back, and Corey pulls out his bullshit light. I just want to look. I just want to go check and walk down this road and just see. And we were and Corey, smart. Like he's only gonna go one of two ways. He's either gonna go down this field or he's gonna fucking head up into this public land. And we just decided to walk the edge of the road just to see if we see anything. And sure shit, he sees. I go diving in because I see a little speck. And I'm thinking that might be an eyeball. It wasn't. But then as I walk in, Corey goes, "Hey, there's blood right here," and I go, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude, he's a pig. A pig. State land pig. Public land, baby.
That's the buck I saw in that field. The fact that I actually put an arrow in him.
I'm jealous. He's a pig. Wow.
Oh my God. I can't fucking believe it. Yeah.
You know the best part about it is, depending on how this looks, the road's like 50 feet that way.
Oh my gosh. That is incredible. I'm so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. I really wish I would have got it on camera, but that is a fritter. I didn't even think he was that big, honestly. I got him on camera, but you can't really tell with that picture that I had.
When I first seen him, when we walked up, his horns were in the weeds, and I was like, oh, please don't let him be broke off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Dude.
I didn't get a good glimpse at him way back there. I just seen brown and horns, and I was like, oh. What a stud.
Oh my gosh, finally I got the monkey off my back on fucking public land with a bow. And it almost didn't happen. Like, seriously. Like, if I would have came out here tomorrow, I don't know if I would have been, like, you've got a great eye for that stuff.
Well, when you
and I honestly I have to figure out, I honestly have to figure out like how to be more patient in those situations, because I can't. My brain's all over the place.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I just try to make sure someone stays with blood.
No, I know, but like you get on it, and I don't know, you've got a real knack for like kind of figuring out where the deer's gonna go.
Like I said, you wouldn't want to run across open field, you know what I mean?
Right.
He wants to go to the thickest crap, and obviously there's not much pressure over here. So
that's another $600 bill.
it is. You know, they say if you don't mount that one, we're gonna have words.
I have to for this story.
Oh, but you have to. I mean,
No, there's no doubt in my mind. Public land, this is tough hunting. Man.
the key is getting to the spots where people don't go, and these bucks know exactly where to lay, where they don't get pressure until after dark.
Oh gosh. Beautiful.
My buddy, who's a big,
I probably rushed it a little bit.
Hunter, he said, "Damn, bro, he shot some really nice bucks on public too."
Oh, you already sent him a picture?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, the crazy thing about it is, man, is we've gone shining out, and we've seen decent bucks in that field a billion times.
I never saw one. I never saw a good buck out there until that day that I was driving home from actually shining. I was shining on other fields.
But to get him through the youth hunt, this is what a pig, man. Oh my God. Yeah, he's. Oh, look at that, man. Get off this bug, rotten bug.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we got some work to do.
Yeah, you want to, those two little bucks walked through, and I thought there was a chance that he might be behind them. I thought every time one of them came out, because I could hear him crunching around in there, I was like, that's a buck. That's not a doe. Does don't make any noise like that. And so I saw him, and I was like, oh, be the one. Damn it, it was a little spike. And the next one was even smaller. I'm like, damn it. and then
This is granddaddy to that.
and then as soon as I saw the shine on those antlers, I was like, I cannot not take this shot.
How far away was it when you first seen him?
Like 40 yards. because he just came.
How bad was your heart pounding?
Not bad, because those other 2 bucks came through.
Oh, and they got you going already.
Yeah, no, and I had time to calm down.
Yeah. You was only like 20 hours.
Yeah, it might have been 18.
Okay.
But
I mean, you did a good shot though. It just I mean, that's lung blood and liver.
yeah.
So you clipped at least one lung, you know.
Yep. Yeah, no,
Can't complain, dude. You're 6 inches back. That's it.
I know.
It's fine. That's a great shot, man.
Yeah.
Dude, these big boys, unless they make a mistake during the rut, that's what you get, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't have to wait for the rut. That's one of the best parts. All right, so target buck that I had on public land, I ended up putting him down last night. And just a quick recap, this is the deer I had on camera late September. Saw him out on a field in probably mid-September, and just kind of got home after I saw him on the field and noticed which way he was coming from, and had some trail cameras, so kind of devised a plan of what I was going to do. Saw a real good spot where I thought the bedding might be taking place, or at least some daylight movement, and dropped a camera in there. Got him on camera a couple times, but it was really late. It was like, or really early, however you want to look at it, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning all the time. And but still, just with that, just kind of came up with a little plan on how to hunt it. And I sat at that spot a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, and there was always deer moving through. And the last time that I sat it before last night, there was about 12 deer that pushed through there. And that really was exciting. And then I let it sit for a minute, let it relax, and then got back in there last night. And when it was I guess the sun had gone down, and there was 2 small bucks that pushed through, and then I heard some cracking and crunching, and I was like, that's another buck. And sure enough, he came out. He didn't give me a whole lot of time. I was waiting impatiently, and then he finally showed himself, and he walked out in my shooting lane about 18 yards away. I gave him a to stop him. He stopped, let go of the arrow, and he did a double leg kick, and then took off, crashed through some brush, and had a heck of a time. So I thought there's a chance he might be down in there, but I was nervous. I've had some issues with recovering deer with a bow on public land. It's been a monkey on my back. It's really stressed me out, and I was nervous. I didn't want to go in there because I felt like if he was even a little bit wounded, or there was a chance that he wasn't gonna die, I wanted to give him plenty of time. And then I sent the picture of the arrow to a buddy, and he basically told me, hey, that's a dead deer, by looking at the arrow. And I had a little bit of confidence just because of that crashing noise. And so we decided to come back. I probably gave it like 2 hours, came back, got on the blood. The blood was kind of inconsistent, nothing great. And then we tracked it to private land, and then we couldn't go in the private land, but we did some grid search on the public to see if maybe Jay hooked behind me, which I thought he did. So we crashed around in there for like 2 hours, didn't obviously find him. And then we were sitting at the truck, just trying to figure out what to do. And my buddy Corey said, hey, let's just walk down this road. I'm just going to walk down this road real quick and see, because I think he's probably going to pass over on this side of the road if he goes anywhere. So we start walking the edge of the road. I think I see a glint, like it might be an eyeball. So I go crashing up into the I go up into the woods. I don't go crashing. I go up into the woods just to poke in a little bit to see what I see, and I didn't see anything. But then when I went in, he stopped, and he stopped like 5 yards after me, and there's a trail, and I hear him say, "I got blood." And I said, "Shut your effing mouth." Shut your effing mouth. Like, no way, because this is probably like 100 yards away from where we got last blood. And it was really a miracle that he saw it. And I'm eternally grateful because he saw that blood. It started opening up a little bit, and we tracked all the way to a point where he had Corey was up ahead of me, and I was on last blood doing the half moons because he moved ahead about 40 yards, 30 40 yards, and he hadn't said anything about seeing blood in a while. So I didn't move up, and I was just like getting nervous, like, okay, maybe he turned here. So I was doing half moons around the last blood, and he said, "Rusty, get your ass up here." And I got really excited, and we got excited, and I'm super pumped, and I can't believe that it's October 8th or October 9th, and I accomplished my #1 goal of the year, which was put down a good public land buck. And I wouldn't say this is good. I'd say this is a great public land buck. So, zoom out there. So, I mean, I'm gonna have lots of other pictures and videos, but big, nice 8-pointer. Really excited about him. Now I got to take him over here to Chester's, get him processed, and it's a good day. It's a really, really good day. Thank you, Monroe, for getting a fever. Don't ever want that with one of your kids. But I definitely don't know if or when I would have been able to get on that buck had it not been for last night. So exciting stuff. That's gonna wrap it up. And now I got a giant. I'm gonna bleep that out. I got a giant on private land that I have to chase, which is really exciting too. So this is a great year, and could be amazing. It's already amazing. I don't care. Like, if I don't get another buck like that, I'm good. But I got another one to chase, which is really exciting. So we'll see what happens. Thanks.